Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a video about my spooky Halloweeny themed decks for this fall 2017. If you are interested in watching to see what I have in this delicious little bag, keep on watching. So first, before we even start the video, can we just appreciate how cute this bag is? My sister-in-law, her friend made it for me. Isn't it so cute? It is a monster, like literally like all the little vintage monsters. It is a monster bag. So I love it. I use this sometimes when I go to the shop. I will stuff all of my decks and my crystals and whatever else I'm bringing with me in here. It's really heavy duty. It's lined. I love it. So sometimes I will do that, or I will use it just to go out with too, because I'm weird. But today it is housing all of my spooky themed decks. Now, not all of them. I actually have more, but I'm only going to show like the ones that I really commonly use. I really haven't gotten any new spooky themed decks aside from the 3rd edition to my Oracle of Oddities, which will also be a deck I will be using. But I like to keep the ones that I use. I have them. I use them all the time. They are my little gems. So yes, let's talk about decks. And I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to pull what I have. So since this guy's already out, let's talk about the Oracle of Oddities. And the Oracle of Oddities is a deck of skeletons and just other creepy and crazy looking images. We have gorgeous pieces of body parts, skeletons, and flowers. So those are the deck. Those are the cards. Oh, this is a good one. This is called Gluttony. So these guys will definitely be making an appearance in my spooky theme shop. What I like to do, especially in the September time, is when I transform my online shop to be more Halloweeny themed, because it is my favorite time of year and I like to make it last as long as I can. So September through the end of October, there will be spooky themed readings in my shop. And what I do is I only specifically work with my spooky themed decks. So this will be one of them. Okay. So that is Oracle of Oddities. And I love the deck bag that I have for it. It is a Ouija board. Isn't that so cute? Okay. Next, the Gothic Tarot. Now, this deck is amazing. It's blacks, reds, blues. It is, and I'm not going to take all of the cards out because they're so big, but look at the backs. Look at how beautiful that is. And then the cards themselves, very simple but beautiful. The artwork, the color scheme. I love this deck. It's very truthful. It's blunt. It's raw. The way it reads is very raw. The pip cards, there are pip cards, so they have a little bit of, imagery to them too, but sometimes it's just the symbols. Look at the Hangman. So if you are into, the Gothic look, the spooky, scary cards, you may love this deck. So this is the Gothic Tarot by Joseph Vargo. And I'll show a picture of the box again so you guys can see. I will also list the names of these cards in the description box so that if you are interested, you can purchase them. I believe you can get this deck on Amazon. The Gothic Tarot by Joseph Vargo. Now, the cool thing about this is there is a sister deck to it, an Oracle deck, by the same artist, and this is Madame Andora's Fortune cards. These cards are somewhat spooky. The messages are very raw as well. So it's both of them together would kick ass. Look at the backs of these cards. Just very regal, very classy, very just, I love it. And then you have the images and you have, you know, there's like a little word here, the wording, the key, very simple images. Some of them are kind of cartoony looking, like this one. And then other ones are more, you know, like this guy. I love this one. This is the Raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. Imagine getting that card in your reading. So like I said, the way that these cards read are very raw, very truthful, but I feel like I have certain clients that love this stuff, that love that to be kicked in the ass basically in their readings. They love to get hit with the truth. So that is Madame Andora's fortune cards. Next we have the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. Again, this one isn't so much spooky. It's more like just kind of like a dark theme deck, I guess. I personally love it. It's one of my favorite oracles. The backs of the cards are beautiful. You have the triple moon there. And the images, again, it's an oracle deck. So you have the gorgeous image. You have the words here, the phrase, and then the guidebook is on point. I highly recommend taking a peek at your guidebook when you're working with this deck. You're going to get so much more insight. So some of the images aren't very like, they're not really Halloween themed, but for some reason I love it too much. Look at this one. Obedience. This is the High Priestess of Fire. Look at that. And then we have Cycles. I love this one because it's the moon. So yeah, this is the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. So the rest of these decks are in bags, except with the exception of my poor Vampire Tarot. I still haven't found a deck bag for him, so he's just wrapped in a rubber band. But my Tarot of Vampires, the backs of these cards are beautiful. You have the gorgeous rose with the thorns, and it's a tarot deck. So here's the Fool. Beautiful artwork. The Ace of Scepters, or Ace of Wands. We have the Lord of Grails, or the Lord, or the the Lord of Grails, or I believe it's the Knight of Cups, or it could be the King of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Skulls. The skulls are in replace of the pentacles. So it's a beautiful deck. It's very different in the artwork. If you appreciate all that, you know, the vampire thing, if you love the vampire stuff, if you love dark artwork, spooky, this is one for you. Let me show you my favorite card in the whole deck. This is the Death card. Look at how beautiful. Amazing. She's beautiful. So definitely not a deck to work with for every client. Not everybody will appreciate the artwork. Some people are genuinely just not attracted to that kind of stuff. So when you are using this deck for clients, just be aware of that not everybody is going to be a fan. But which is probably why I tend to bring this one out when it is the season, because it's kind of like that's to be expected. But any other day, like in the middle of spring, this is not the deck I usually bring out unless the client's vibe matches the vibe of the deck. Then, of course, by all means. But not really a deck I pull out often. Same thing with this one. This is the Ghost Tarot. So let me see. Yeah, the backs are like this. I always liked the backs to this one. I thought it was really pretty. This deck doesn't get used as much by me, but like I said, this time of the year when it's fall, when we're dealing with, you know, spooky themed readings and all that kind of stuff, this will come out to play. But the majority of the year, he's out waiting. This is the Hermit card. So as you can see with the ghost theme, it's like they're glowing. That's one thing I really loved about this deck, is that the ghosts themselves, the people in the cards, they're all ghosts, but they're all glowing. Look at this one. Very translucent looking. This is the Queen of Wands. So I'm all about that. This one is cool too. This is the Eight of Cups. It follows the Rider-Waite themed. Just different. It's very different. I love decks like this. Here's the World card. I believe this is the World card. It's just beautiful. So that is the Ghost Tarot. So this one will be making a debut in my readings as well. And most of these decks are still available for purchase. You guys can find them on Amazon, eBay. If it's an indie deck, I'll let you know, but most of these are still available on Amazon. Okay, and then I have these cute pouches. I got these at Target in their one spot, which I believe they have them out again. I think I saw them the last time we went, but Target one spot is usually a place to go to find pouches for your decks. They usually have them, and I bought a whole bunch of these. So these I got for $1, $1, and they just about fit the deck itself. So totally cool. Just putting that out there for you guys. If you're looking for deck bags, especially if you like Halloween-y stuff, check it out, the one spot at Target. This houses my Bohemian Gothic Tarot, which is more of the pricier decks that I have. It's by Baba Studios. To purchase this deck, you can either find it on eBay if you're lucky, or you would have to go through Baba Studios, their website, and purchase it. But like I said, it's not as cheap as the other ones that I have. Look at how beautiful the backs are, though. I love like how it's real dizzy looking. It's gorgeous. And then of course I ruined some of the cards when I was blacking out the edges. I completely got ink on the face of the card, which was a little sad, but at the same time it was like, well, what am I gonna do? So if you see ink blotches like up here, that's what happened. So anyway, this is the Knight of Swords, but look at how beautiful the imagery on the Bohemian Gothic is. Very like, it's like you're looking in the middle of the night. It's very like dark, and it's just in the time frame of this deck is beautiful. Yeah, the ink blotches, how sad. I want to say it was all in my sword suit. This is the Three of Wands. It does not follow, mostly for the most part it doesn't follow, in my opinion, it doesn't follow the Rider-Waite themed. Very intuitive cards. I had a huge awakening experience with this deck. It just spoke to my soul. Let's see. Oh, look at the Strength card. Look at that Dark Angel. Beautiful. Let's see what else. We have a Frankenstein. I love this deck. The Devil is very creepy looking. So this is the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. And this deck will be making a huge debut in my readings. This one doesn't come out to play as often either, but when I do shadow work readings, this is usually one I go to. Here's another deck bag I got from the one spot at Target. Okay, so this one houses my Raven's Prophecy Tarot, which you could still find it at Barnes & Noble. So the card backs look like this. I think this is the right direction. Yeah. Very simple, orange and black themed. And then the cards themselves, they have a lot of ravens in the deck. Really beautiful color schemes, and it's a very simple deck. It does not follow the Rider-Waite. Very simple imagery, beautiful artwork though. This one is the Five of Coins, and you can see it's like a feather. It's a wilting flower. There you go. It almost looks like paint, like the images are painted on. But as you can see, it's very different. It's not Rider-Waite themed, but it really gets your intuition rolling. So I like to pull this deck out when I'm working like in dim lighting, because I feel like it just mimics the imagery of like candle flame lit rooms. And I don't know, it's just different. So there's really no people. I don't think there's any people, to be honest. I think it's just all imagery. There are animals. Like I said, there's a lot of ravens. But I don't believe that there's any people in the deck, which is kind of nice because it really gets you thinking. Look at this one. So that's the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. Another little deck bag. This one houses, oh, this isn't, never mind. This one houses my Morgan Greer Tarot, but that is not a dark theme deck. I should probably put a different deck in that bag. Here's another deck bag I have. It has a Frankenstein. Isn't that cute? And this one houses my Nefertari's Tarot. I love the thought of putting in like an Egyptian themed deck into the spooky readings. I think it just brings a different element. Look at the eyes. Beautiful deck though. It has the gold leaf backs, so it just shines. It's just very different. It is a showstopper deck. When people see it, they're like, ooh, it's so pretty. This one doesn't get nearly as much appreciation as it should, as I don't use it as often, but fall season, it's definitely a go-to. Look at how beautiful. So that's the Nefertari's Tarot. I have two more. No, three more. So in this deck bag, I have the Zombie Tarot, which you guys have seen so many times. I use this one for past life readings. So the Zombie Tarot has a cute little like fortune-telling zombie. I've always loved that. Like, I've always loved the backs to these cards. And then the cards themselves, very like apocalyptic. The zombies, there's zombies, and it's just, I just love it. It's such a fun deck to work with. There's so much imagery, there's so much detail in the images. They bring a smile to your face. I love the zombies. I'm into the zombie thing, but it's just cute. So very vintage, very zombie vintage. But I love this deck for past life readings. I feel like it just really helps me connect in that way. So that's the Zombie Tarot. And I feel like sometimes I see it pop up still at Barnes & Noble. But you can definitely find it on Amazon. These deck bags, I have two of them. These were gifted to me from Leela Hal, so thank you, Leela Hal. I use them. And they house my Halloween Tarot, because what other deck would look beautiful with this bag? So the Halloween Tarot, which the card backs are very Halloween-y. We have bats, pumpkins, witches, brooms. I blacked out the edges to this deck, which I feel like it looks amazing. Like, it looks perfect. And we have the images themselves of like the vampire, the zombie. So the Halloween Oracle, you get a lot of the Halloween creatures, the skeleton, the Lady de los Muertos. So you get a lot of like the Halloween characters as well. And it's a really good deck, and I highly recommend using the guidebook too, because the guidebook really helps with all of the, you know, just the added insight to the cards. Here's the werewolf. It's very fall feel, but also very Halloween-y. Definitely a favorite. So yeah, that's the Halloween Oracle. And you can find this one on Amazon. And last but not least, my probably most used deck this season is the Halloween Tarot. And it is cute black and orange backs with the cute little black cat. The black cat appears in every single image of this deck. So fun to kind of find him too. But it's Halloween-y, and it's like cartoony Halloween-y. And you have all the little characters. I just think it's so cute. It's like one of those decks where it's like, it's childish, but it really puts a smile on my face. I don't know. And it photographs beautifully because the images are so like, so colorful. There's so many colors, and just, it's beautiful. It looks really pretty on photos. So if you are looking to take, you know, aesthetic photos for Halloween, this deck would be beautiful to have out on the table or somewhere on display. There's a little black cat. So cute. So yeah, that is the Halloween Tarot. And definitely, if you guys are into Halloween, if you love fall, if you love like this time of season, this is a deck. This should be in everybody's collection, in my opinion. And you can find this one still on Amazon. So snag a copy for yourself. I believe it comes in 2 sizes. This is the standard, but I also believe it comes in a mini. I think it comes in a tin. So pay attention to that. Make sure you pay attention to the sizes before you make your purchase. But anyway, that was my Halloween-y fall themed decks for this season. So if you are interested in a Halloween-y fall themed reading, stop by the Cackling Moon shop in September. Like I said, all of September, all of October, I will be having these beautiful themed readings in my shop, and they will be on special prices, and I will also be using all of these decks that I have shown in the readings. You can also request a specific deck if you want it to be, but enjoy this season with me because I love this time of the year, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it too. Bye guys.